NBA's European takeover. EuroLeague fights back. Roberson Lambs sign new deals. Imagine a world where basketball leagues are not just national, but span continents, merging the best talents and resources. That's exactly the scenario unfolding as EuroLeague CEO Paulius Motiejunas steps into the ring to prevent the NBA and FIBA from launching a new European league. In an exclusive interview with The Athletic's Mike Furkunov, Motiejunas emphasized the robust growth and established fan base of the EuroLeague, suggesting a collaborative approach instead of competition. "We don't need a new league. We are doing really well," Motiejunas stated confidently. "The league is growing, and we are more than willing to partner with the NBA to enhance basketball in Europe. We see the value in leveraging their expertise in TV deals and sponsorships to expand the sport's reach and profitability." Motiejunas shared that he had a constructive meeting with representatives from the NBA and FIBA, and another session is scheduled for September. He highlighted the NBA's potential to amplify the EuroLeague's global appeal, noting they have a strong brand and can significantly boost our television and sponsorship opportunities. "By working together, we can achieve more significant growth." However, the CEO also stressed the EuroLeague's substantial 25-year history and loyal fan base. "Why not collaborate and make joint decisions rather than starting anew? This is the essence of our message," he added. But here's where it gets controversial. Some critics argue that the NBA's involvement might overshadow the EuroLeague's identity and autonomy. What do you think? Should the EuroLeague embrace the NBA's influence or maintain its independence? On the player front, former NBA forward Anthony Lamb has inked a 2-year deal with Hapoel Jerusalem, as announced by the team. Last season, Lamb showcased his scoring prowess in Italy, averaging 15.7 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. His performance in EuroCup games was equally impressive, with 13.7 points per game and a 40% shooting rate from three-point range. Lamb's NBA journey includes 62 games with the Golden State Warriors, where he contributed 6.7 points and 3.5 rebounds. He later played for the New Zealand Breakers, averaging 19.5 points until an Achilles injury sidelined him. Wizards forward Kyshawn George, who is gearing up for his second NBA season, will represent Canada in the FIBA AmeriCup in late August. According to Liban Osman of the Toronto Star, George is expected to play a prominent role in the tournament. During his rookie year, the 24th pick of the 2024 draft played 68 games, including 38 starts, and averaged 8.7 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 2.5 assists in 26.5 minutes per game. Lastly, former NBA forward Andre Roberson is making a move from the EuroLeague to sign with Zenit St. Petersburg. As reported by Sportando, Roberson, who averaged 8.4 points and 6.2 rebounds with ASVEL Villeurbanne, has a rich NBA resume with 307 appearances. However, he hasn't played in the NBA since a brief stint with the Brooklyn Nets in the 2020/2021 season. These developments highlight the dynamic nature of international basketball, where players and leagues continually seek new challenges and opportunities. And this is the part most people miss. The interplay between different basketball cultures and the impact on player development and league dynamics is fascinating. What changes do you foresee in the future of international basketball? NBA Commissioner Adam Silver meets with Real Madrid to discuss European League venture. In a bold move that could reshape the landscape of basketball in Europe, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, along with his top aides, convened with executives from the renowned Spanish club Real Madrid in Paris on Thursday. This meeting was centered around the potential for Real Madrid to join Silver's ambitious European League initiative. The inclusion of such a prestigious soccer and basketball powerhouse would represent a monumental leap forward for the NBA's expansion efforts overseas. This gathering is part of a broader series of discussions that Silver, NBA Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum and George Ivazoglu, the league's director for Europe and the Middle East, are conducting throughout Europe this week. They are engaging with various potential investors and teams to explore the viability of the NBA Europe League that Silver is keen on establishing. What makes the dialogue with Real Madrid particularly significant is the club's esteemed reputation in European sports. Its substantial financial resources stemming from its successful soccer operations, and its complicated relationship with the EuroLeague. Real Madrid holds an A license in the EuroLeague, which is a prestigious competition featuring the top clubs from various national leagues. While Real Madrid is guaranteed a spot in this league, its license is set to expire in 2026. If Real Madrid were to align with Silver's new venture, it could potentially trigger a domino effect, encouraging other EuroLeague teams to follow suit, according to sources in Europe. Despite attempts to reach out, a spokesperson for Real Madrid did not provide any comments, and an NBA representative also refrained from discussing the meetings. Earlier this week, Silver, Tatum, and Ivazoglu had a notable meeting in London with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and London Mayor Sadiq Khan. This meeting is particularly relevant as London is set to host the NBA in January for a global games series featuring the Orlando Magic and the Memphis Grizzlies. Silver has expressed a desire to establish an NBA team in London, a vibrant city with a population nearing 9 million and a metropolitan area that boasts around 15 million residents. The United Kingdom, home to the illustrious Premier League in soccer, presents a lucrative opportunity for the NBA to tap into significant financial resources from Middle Eastern sovereign funds. The reigning champions of the British Basketball League, the London Lions, are owned by the tech company Zenit, which stepped in to save the club from potential closure in 2024. Additionally, during their time in London, Silver and his team met with representatives from 4 private equity firms, CVC, Redbird, Bridgepoint, and KKR, as well as officials from the Turkish sports club Galatasaray, which has a strong presence in both basketball and soccer. Looking ahead, Silver has more meetings lined up with potential European partners in Paris. Before this current trip, he had engaged in discussions with Qatar Sports Investments, the entity behind the soccer giant Paris Saint-Germain, about the possibility of launching a new basketball team in Paris for his league. Paris is already home to Paris Basketball, which competes in the French National League and the EuroLeague, and plays its home games in the city's major basketball venues. Moreover, sources from both the American and European sides have indicated that the NBA has also been in talks with Alba Berlin, a prominent German basketball club, regarding its potential participation in Silver's league. Berlin is set to host the Magic and Grizzlies in January as well. Alba Berlin has previously announced its decision to exit the EuroLeague, where it had been competing under a wildcard entry to join FIBA's Basketball Champions League. This move is perceived as a strategic step towards eventually joining the NBA's envisioned league. Tatum has previously shared with The Athletic that Alba Berlin is enthusiastic about the concept of a revamped top-tier league in Europe, aimed at serving the millions of basketball fans across the continent who currently feel underserved. On both sides of the Atlantic, observers are closely monitoring 4 existing EuroLeague franchises: Real Madrid, FC Barcelona, ASVEL Basket from Villeurbanne, which is presided over by former NBA star Tony Parker, and Fenerbahce Istanbul, as potential candidates to switch allegiance to Silver's league. Silver's new league could feature 16 teams backed by wealthy investors, including some teams that might defect from the EuroLeague, as well as new franchises in major markets like Paris and London. This league would likely incorporate a mix of franchises that hold rights and slots for teams that excel in their national leagues or in FIBA's Basketball Champions League. The financial structure of this league is expected to involve ownership stakes for team investors, and it may take 2 to 3 years to fully establish the league. In a recent interview, EuroLeague CEO Paulius Motiunas expressed optimism about retaining key stakeholder teams, stating, "There's a lot of confusion. The NBA is still exploring, They're talking about another 2-3 years. We are growing. Why would you leave the league, which is growing? Mota Yunus continued, I cannot see the future, but let's see. We are doing everything that's in our hands to grow the product and grow the league, and I'm sure the clubs are acknowledging that, and they will stay with us. As this situation unfolds, it raises intriguing questions about the future of basketball in Europe. Will the NBA successfully attract top European clubs to its new league? Or will the EuroLeague manage to retain its key franchises? What are your thoughts on this potential shift in the basketball landscape? Share your opinions in the comments. NBA Europe, new teams, markets, and future format explained. Imagine a future where the thrill of NBA basketball transcends the Atlantic, bringing the high-flying action to European soil. This vision is edging closer to reality, with plans for an NBA Europe League potentially tipping off by the 2026-27 season. Envision a league with 8 to 12 steadfast teams hailing from vibrant cities such as London, Manchester, Paris, Madrid, Barcelona, Milan, Berlin, Istanbul, and Athens, all immune to the threat of relegation. The buzz around NBA Europe has been building, and now it's taking shape under the guidance of NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Silver and his team are actively engaging with influential figures across Europe, with a focus on Paris and London. Meetings with European basketball powerhouses like Real Madrid and Galatasaray, as well as UK leaders, are on the rise, signaling a serious commitment to the project. Bill Simmons, a respected NBA analyst, has shed light on the evolving blueprint of this ambitious venture. On his podcast, the Bill Simmons Podcast, he suggests a league possibly starting with 10 teams, with room to expand. But here's where it gets controversial, Simmons teases. You get a guaranteed spot in the league, voting rights, enhanced TV distribution, and improved sponsorship deals. And you're not relegated. The connection to the NBA is envisioned to be robust. Simmons hints at exhibition games and tournaments featuring top NBA and European teams, sparking a synergy between the two continents. And this is the part most people miss, he adds. The long-term goal is to weave the European League into the fabric of the NBA, creating a tapestry of basketball that spans the globe, albeit not too tightly intertwined. As for the teams likely to join the fray, Simmons names AC Milan as a near certainty, with Real Madrid and FC Barcelona also in the crosshairs. He notes that AC Milan, owned by Redbird Capital Partners, is distinct from the Olimpia Milano basketball team, which is committed to the EuroLeague for the next decade. The list of potential participants also includes Paris, likely PSG, a London team with possible ties to football clubs like Tottenham, Arsenal, or Chelsea, Manchester City, Greek giants Panathinaikos and Olympiakos, Fenerbahce Istanbul, and Alba Berlin, who have already made waves by switching from the EuroLeague to the Basketball Champions League, BCL. Journalist Joe Varden of The Athletic has reported that teams like Real Madrid, FC Barcelona, ASVEL Villeurbanne, and Fenerbahce Istanbul are among those that might leave the EuroLeague for this new venture. Simmons confidently asserts that London, Madrid, Barcelona, Milan, Paris, Berlin, and Greece are almost certain to be part of NBA Europe. He speculates on the inclusion of Tony Parker's ASVEL, the Istanbul teams, Manchester City, and possibly teams from Israel and Spain in the future. Simmons boldly suggests that NBA Europe could debut as early as the 2026 to 2027 season, hinting that the NBA's decision to delay domestic expansion in Seattle and Las Vegas may be a strategic move to prioritize this international opportunity. We invite you to join the conversation and share your thoughts. Could NBA Europe redefine the global basketball landscape? Will this new league capture the hearts of fans worldwide? Voice your opinions and let's discuss the future of basketball. For more engaging content, stay tuned with us.